One foster child threatened another. What happened next? Would you like to know more? Join us as we discuss this concerning confrontation. I'm Yao Dinizulu, a serious personal injury trial attorney in Chicago, Illinois. There are thousands of children and young adults living in independent living environments facilitated by professionals. Many of these children have lost their parents to death and drugs to no fault of their own. These children and young adults have been in foster and group homes, and so many have faced unbearable abuse. When our state funds these foster group homes and private independent living institutions, we expect that these caretakers are attentive and helpful to the needs of these children and young adults. These providers in this case failed in this sacred duty and were examined by state investigators. At this facility, my client Tammy and a fellow resident Barbara didn't get along. In fact, there was a long history of altercations between the two. One altercation turned violent, resulting in the arrest of 17-year-old Barbara. While being arrested in front of her caretakers, Barbara yelled to Tammy, my client, "I'm going to get your key and get you." This Barbara had lost a lot in her life and was suffering from mental health illnesses and was on psychotropic medication. Barbara had been deemed by DCF staff as particularly violent. After 3 months, Barbara was released from jail. This unstable minor returned to her independent living community and tricked the manager of this institution into giving Barbara Tammy's keys. Barbara, this disturbed young child in the middle of the night, entered Tammy's home with this key, grabbed a knife, and stabbed Tammy to death. Her distraught siblings contacted me. Although they were in various different foster care environments, they stayed in contact with each other as best as they could, even seeing each other the week before this horrific event. Our attorneys investigated the matter and learned that the independent living institution was to meet Barbara at the release, but they did not show up on time. Being concerned, one of the social workers called her manager to inform her that she was concerned for my client Tammy's safety. You see, this social worker actually witnessed the threat Barbara made to Tammy. We also uncovered the entire independent living institution should have been aware that DCFS social worker indicated that Barbara would someday probably kill someone. We were also able to prove that the manager that turned over the wrong key failed to follow the known procedures of checking the room key with the person's name. Compounding this error, the manager failed to follow procedure and remove Tammy from this impending danger. No one should ever have to access your apartment without your consent, especially not a sworn enemy who in front of the police threatened to get you. After uncovering the evidence of institutional failures in this case, this matter settled for a significant amount for the death of Tammy. If you have questions about abuse or neglect in a foster or a group home, or even in an independent living environment, call the number below with your question. We handle these matters all the time. I'm Yao Dinizulu, a wrongful death and personal injury trial attorney in Chicago, Illinois. Thank you for joining me.